Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we've got an Age of Sigmar battle report for you, and today we're going to be playing something a little bit different. It's spooky season, it's coming up to Halloween, so I thought, why not? Let's go check out one of the old narrative supplements and see how that works in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition, and that, of course, is Malign Portents. For those who don't know, this was a narrative supplement brought out just before 2nd edition came out, and it introduced something really interesting called prophecy points. These were effectively a bunch of abilities we could use for our models that cost a certain amount of points. Now, that might sound similar and very much like command points, and that is exactly what it was a precursor for. Prophecy points pretty much was the basis of what we went on to get for command points, and it's probably actually more similar to the current command points than the command point system in 2nd edition. Now, we're going to be playing with a couple of the different prophecies in the army. We get to select a certain amount of cards from a deck, and then we get a special one based on our harbingers. Harbingers are another thing we get in addition. These were 4 models that were released around the time, and you sort of got to add them into your army for free, and they did some cool things. These were the Lord Ordinator for the Stormcast Eternals and Order in general, the Fungoid Cave Shaman for Gloomspite Gitz and for Destruction in general. We then got the Dark Oath War Queen for Chaos, and we got the Knight of Shrouds for Death. Now, we're going to be playing a 2,000 point game. I'm going to be playing with Gloomspite Gitz, and my brother is going to be playing with the Stormcast Eternals. This should be fun. We're going to play one of the match play scenarios called Dark Omens, but we'll be playing more of these during spooky season, during the month, to sort of show off what this amazing narrative booklet can do. If you're interested, you can certainly try and track down one of these books. There's definitely some of them still out there. I've seen them on eBay and stuff like that. But we might actually look at upgrading the entire Malign Portents system to 3rd edition. If that's something you're interested in, we'll be uploading it to our Patreon and YouTube members later in the month. But for now, let's get cracking and let's go check out those armies. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you'd like to help support the channel, and in another way, you can do so by following the links in the description to our YouTube members or Patreon, and you can come chat with me on Discord. So let's get cracking in and let's check out those armies. So here we have 2,000 points of Stormcast Eternals. First of all, battalion-wise, we've got 2 battle regiments taking up most of our units along with 2 heroes, and then we've got our Harbinger and 2 of our other heroes in a command entourage, giving us an extra artifact. Or rather, giving us an extra command ability, one of the holy commands from the Stormcast Eternals battle tome. Now, General is going to be our Harbinger, which is the Lord Ordinator there. He's got Envoy of the Heavens as his command ability, and then he's got the Hammer of Might artifact. Then got a Knight Arcanum, who's going to have the spell Thundershock, and a Knight Incantor, who's going to have the spell Starfall. The 2 holy commands we've taken are Call for Aid and Final Thunderstrike, and for sub-faction-wise, we're going to be playing in the Hammers of Sigmar sub-faction. For our grand strategy for the army, we've gone with Hold the Line, meaning one of our battle line units is going to have to stay on the table, but that won't be used as a tiebreaker at the end of the game. And here we have 2,000 points of Gloomspite Gitz. Our Harbinger is going to be our General. That means Scragrot is not our General, because our Harbinger is going to be the Fungoid Cave Shaman. We're going to have the artifact, the Moonface Mommet. That's going to go on our Madcap Shaman. And then our entire army is wrapped up into a couple of battle regiments with a couple of units spare on the side. Spell-wise, Scragrot is going to have the Itchy Nuisance. We're going to have Squiggler on our Fungoid Cave Shaman. And then we're going to have the Hand of Gork on the Madcap Shaman down there. We've then got 2 endless spells as well, being the Giant Mork's Mighty Mushroom and the Spider Swarm. And for the last thing in our army, our grand strategy, we're also going to choose Hold the Line, though as mentioned, that will only be for tiebreakers at the end of the game. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings, What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. And so armies are all deployed on the table. And so for the Gloomspite Gitz on this flank, we've got some shooters, the Boingrot Bounders, and then we've got the Fungoid Cave Shaman, the Sportsblad Fanatics, members of the Gobblepalooza over here, Scragrot, Loon Boss with a big unit of 60 stabbers in the middle, Trogos, our Madcap Shaman, and the ever 20 shooters over here. On the other side, on this flank, we've got the Southstar Ballista, Liberators, Knight Incantor, and then 5 Vindictors, Evocators, and the Heralder in the center, off-center there. And then we've got the Vindictors, Knight Quester, Knight Arcanum, the Lord Ordinator, and his retinue there of Praetors protecting him. And up in the heavens, we have 3 Annihilators and 5 Sequitors as well for the Stormcast Eternals. Gloomspite Gitz finished deploying first, so they are going to get who has the first turn. Let's see. And so Gloomspite Gitz are going to take the first turn. And so start of the battle round. First of all, we generate prophecy points. So we each get 3 because we are playing in the realm of Shaiish. We each get 3 because our Harbingers are on the table. And then we each get an additional point for each one of our wizards and or priests that are on the table. I've got 5 wizards on the table. Stormcast have 3 wizards on the table. So we're going to generate 5 and 3 from that respectively, plus 6 each. And then we're also going to get an additional D6. So Gloomspite Gitz are going to get D6 additional prophecy points for 5. And Stormcast will get another 2. Command points generate like normal. I'm going to get 2 for the Gloomspite Gitz and 3 for the Stormcast Eternals. And then I've got to roll. So on a 4+, my Fungoid Cave Shaman will give me another command point for the turn. He doesn't. And on a 4+, Scragrot will give me D3. He does. So D3 extra for another command point, putting me up to 3. Alrighty, let's start off with the know-what's rolls. So for starters, we're going to go with the Bruggen. He's going to target the Loon Boss with his know-what's. So on a 3+, he gives his bonus to the Loon Boss. And then we've got the Spiker who's going to pick the big unit of Grots there. So on a 3+, he's going to give reroll wound rolls of 1 to them. Does not. And then we've got the Scaremonger as well, who's going to give them reroll charge rolls on a 3+. He doesn't either. And so we'll go into magic. We'll start with the Bogglite, who's going to use Mesmerize on the large unit of Grots. So let's try and cast that. Goes off on an 8. You can try and dispel this if you want, potentially. We'll have a look and see if he's in range. No, Arcanum's going to try and dispel it. So 9 on dice required, does not. So they're going to be immune to Battle Shock with the Bogglite. They're going to try Hand of Gork with our little Madcap Shaman here. So that goes off on a 10. So you can try and dispel that with your Evocators this time. 9 fails to cast, so we're going to teleport a unit. And so we've thrown the Trogos with a Hand of Gork all the way over to the back of the field there. Scragger is going to start with, first of all, we're going to go Mystic Shield on the big unit of Stabbers. Double ones, of course. So he miscasts, he takes D3 mortal wounds for 3. He has a 4-up ward, I believe. And so 4-up ward saves required on Scragger. He passes them all. But he can't cast any more spells, so we're just left with the Fungoid, who's going to go with Squiggler. So Squiggler to cast. That's a 10. You've got no wizards in range of the Fungoid to stop him. So that's going to go off. It's going to give the Squigs a run and charge. And with that, that's going to be the end of the hero phase. So we'll go into movement now, and we'll come back after all of it is done. And so movement is all done. Pretty much just the battle line moved up. We rolled a nice movement with the Boingrots there where they run it and charge. And of course, the teleported Trogos out the back corner. Now, going into the charge phase, I'm going to spend I'm going to use 2 prophecies, so we're going to spend 7 prophecy points, getting us 1 back from our 8 spent here. And I'm going to get, first of all, we're going to use the prophecy Sign of the Great War. So this is interpret the sign. Any destruction units hold within 24 inch of the interpreter, which is the fungoid cave shaman over here. He's going to give them +1 to charge. And then we're also going to use the Sign of Gork as well to give +1 to rerolls to charge rather, and rerolls of 1 to hit. So that's going to be interpreted on our Boingrot Bounders. So let's go into the charge phase. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the Boingrot Bounders. They need an 11-inch charge, but they are going to get to a reroll. So we're trying to do something big here. So let's see, 11. We got it. We got the 11. They're in. And then keep this going. We're going to go with the 9 bomb with the Troggos. Try and put those Stormcast right on the back foot. We got that as well. So Troggos are going to go in. And so the Boingrot Bounders on a 4+, a mortal wound. There are 10 dice, so every 4+ is a mortal wound to them. So that is going to be 5 mortal wounds. However, you are going to get 5 6-up wards thanks to being Hammers of Sigmar. You're within 12 inch of an objective, so you ignore none. So that is 2.5 Vindictors down, explodey time. And so now he's going to roll 4 dice thanks to his Thunderstrike. Every 5 up is a mortal wound thanks to being Thunderstrike armor. It's going to be 2, so you're going to explode one of the Boingrot Bounders back. Alright, so start of the combat phase, he's used Shield of Bones for 5 prophecy points. This allows him to ignore rend on one of his units. He's put that on his Vindictors. I'm going to pick the Boingrot Bounders to fight first. So we've got 7 of them fighting the Vindictors. They've all got the same weapon profile when they charge, so they are 4s to hit. Rerolling 1s to hit. And rerolling these 1s. And 3s to wound. Alright, so he has a 3-up save thanks to ignoring rends. And then you've got a 6-up ward on all of them. Oh, there's another one too. Wasn't the best roll in the world. 6-up ward. Saved 1, but that's going to be enough to kill the unit. Even with your prophecy. Wasn't that prophetic. And so now he's going to roll 6 dice. On 5 ups, he explodes. He kills another Boingrot Bounder from exploding. So he's killed 2 without actually fighting me. And so now the last remaining 2 that were into the Questor. So we're needing 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So there's 3 armor saves. He's used all that defense, so it's going to put you down to your 3-up again. Saved them all. And so Knight Questor is going to fight back. And so he's going to put his attacks into the Trogs. So he's got 5 attacks. 3s to hit. 6s do 2 mortals. So that's 2 mortals just there. But then 2 hits. And 3s to wound. So 2 armor saves. -1, correct? Yep, so 6-up armor save to begin with. Failed both. So that's going to be 6 5-up wards required. Pass 2, so that's going to kill a Trog.
21 dead.
And so 2 Troggos into the Knight Questor. So we are going to need 3s to hit with the Troggos. 3 hits. And 3s to wounds. 3 wounds. -2 on these. So these are going to be from your 2-up down to a 3 and 4-up. Thanks to your thing. So 4-up saves. 2. So that turns into 3 ward saves, 3 6-ups. Takes 2 wounds on him. Alrighty, so Lord Ordinator has 5 attacks. First of all, he's piled in. He's used the Sign of the Hammer, giving him +1 damage to his weapon. So we're going to go with his attacks. Hits on 3s. Nothing extra there. And then wounds on 3s. I've got 2 at -1. So these are going to be 5-up saves. Failed both, so there's going to be 6 damage from him. Knight Arcanum is then going to pile into the Boingrot. So 3 attacks, 3s to hit, sorry.
Yep.
And 4s to wound.
Yep.
Nothing. And then your Praetors can go. And so the Praetors have piled in as well. They're going into the Troggos, so...
3s to hit.
Yep, 3s to hit.
3 hits.
Thanks to your champ getting 4 attacks. And then
3's to wound. Yep, random 1.
Random 1, so 3. So pass none, so that's going to be damage 2, 6 wounds. Got a 5-up ward on these. Pass 1, so it's going to kill another Troggoth and put a wound on another. And so, end of my turn, don't end up taking that objective off the Stormcast Eternals. However, I control my home one. I've got a hero within 3, so I'm going to spend 3 prophecy points to get me an extra 3 victory points for the scenario, taking me to 6 for the turn. Alright, so Battle Shock phase, I'm going to have to spend a command point on the Boingrots to keep them in. Troggoth's lost 2, so on a 1 to 3, I'm fine. Anything else, the last one flees. 2, he's fine, and he is staying there. So with that, that's going to be the end of the turn for the Gloomspite Gitz. Alrighty, so to start the next hero phase, we've got to roll on the Power of Death table because the unit has died. So roll a dice. We add 1 to the roll for every unit that's been slain. So roll. You roll a 5, so that's a 6 on the table. That's going to be Dance of the Dead. Pick a friendly unit and move it as if it were the movement phase. It cannot run when it makes this move, but can move again later in the same turn. So one of your units gets a free move. And so his free move, he just moves his Celestar Ballista up the rest of the distance up the wall of that building there, getting some extra range for it. And so let's go into the hero phase proper. First of all, heroic actions. All right, the Herald is going to try and generate a command point on a 4+. He does so. He does. And then heroic leadership from a Loon Boss for an extra command point. Does as well. So both of them have heroic leadership. Alrighty, so the Evocators are going to try and cast Empower on themselves. It's a 6 to cast. That's 11. So I'm going to try and dispel them. I need boxcars to stop them. No, almost. So they have +1 to wounds. The Knight Incantor is going to try Mystic Shield, so needs a 5 to cast. She got 11 as well. So once again, need boxcars to try and stop her. Do not. So Mystic Shield on one of your units. Alright, and then the Arcanum is going to use Arcane Bolt, so she needs a 5 to cast. 12, I can't even try and stop that. Or, actually, I might be able to. Alright, so Scragorot can attempt, because he does get +1 to Dispel, so on 12 I do Dispel, because I've got +1. I didn't get it, so... you know what, we'll spend a Prophecy point, and we'll go Superstition Approved Right. This allows me to reroll an Unbinding roll. So, boxcars, come on. No. So, yes, that goes off. That's going to be the end of the hero phase. And so he's going to activate his Arcane Bolt straight away at the end of the phase. And so into the Troggoth, D3 mortal wounds. For 3, 5-up wards. I've got to pass at least 1 here. I do. So the Troggoth takes 2 wounds and remains on 1. And then it's the movement phase. So we'll come back after all the movement is done. Right, so movement is all done for the Stormcast Eternals. And so it's time for some shooting. Let's get that Celestar Ballista working. Righty, so Celestar Ballista is going to shoot at the shooters. So 2d6 shots with its rapid fire mode, giving you 6 shots. These are going to hit on 4s because you're rapid fire mode.
Yep.
Not bad. And then 3s to wound. 3, -1 or 2 on that?
-2.
-2, so that's just going to ignore my armor. So it's going to be 3 dead shooters. And then we have charges. So we'll start with the Annihilators. They need the big 9 bomb. They got it, so they're in. Alright, so the Annihilators roll a 9 for their charge. So every 4-up is a mortal wound. So 4 more Grots die from the Annihilator's charge. And so we're going to use Unleash Hell now on the Annihilators. So 6s to hit. Just 2. And 5s to wound. Nothing. Sequitors are going to charge as well, needing that 9-inch charge as well. They fail. Wish to use a command point for that. And so, using command point to reroll that charge. 7, no, they fail their rerollable charge. Evocators are going to attempt. They do need a double 6 to get in there though, so no rerolls available to you, and that will be the end of the charge phase. So, time for some fighting. Alrighty, so the Knight Questor there, he's going to go into the Troggoth first. So 5 attacks. That's a 6, so that's just 2 mortal wounds straight away, but you did get a 3, so... And wounds on a 3, so wounds. So 1 armor save, 6 up. Failed, so now I've got 4 5 up wards. I've got to pass all of these to keep the Troggoth alive. No, failed. Take 3, Troggoth dies. So I'm going to fight back with the Boingrot Bounders into the Arcanum. So these are the Squig attacks. So we're going to need 4s to hit with the Squigs. And 3s to wound. So that is 3 at -1. She failed all 3. And so 3 ward saves, 6 ups. Pass 1, so she takes 2 wounds. And then 5 riders, 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 3 at -1. So 3 4-ups. Failed 2. And then 2 6-up wards. Failed both, so she has a wound or 2 left. I think 2. Right, Annihilators into the shooters next. So we are 3s to hit. And 3s to wound.
And a 4.
And so that'll just be 8 dead grots, as we don't get an armor save against that. And so 5 shooters fighting back into those Annihilators. 5s to hit. Nothing. Alrighty, so the Ordinators attacking. So 3s to hit. And 3s to wound.
2 hits.
2 -1. So these are 5 ups. Failed both. So that's going to be 2 damage each. Yes, 4 damage. And so Praetor is attacking the last remaining Boingrot Bounders. So needing 3s. Oh, what a roll.
And then 3s.
3s.
That's
6.
I ran 1.
6 5-up saves on the Boingrots. Failed all of them, so they are going to die. Alrighty, so I'm going to spend a command point to make that unit there immune to battle shock. That's going to be end of turn. You're going to spend your last 3 prophecy points correct to gain another 3 victory points. So it's going to be 6 to 6 at the end of turn 1. And so it's time for priority for turn 2. Gloomspite Gitz. Got a 3. Stormcast. Got a 4. Stormcast going to take the turn or give it to the Gitz?
I'll take the turn.
Stormcast are going to take the turn. Alright, so Power of Death table roll, adding 2. That's a 4. That goes to a 6. That's Dance of the Dead again. So pick a friendly unit and move it as if it were the movement phase. So you get a free move. Alright, so we generate prophecy points now as well. So we both get 6 thanks to having our Harbingers and playing in Shaiish. And then we've each going to get some. I've got 5 thanks to all my wizards. You get another 3 thanks to all yours. Adding D6 to yours as well. So you're going to get 3 more. And I'm going to get for the Gloomspite another 5. Alrighty, so heroic actions. Knight Arcanum is going to try and heal herself. Needs to roll below an 8. That is an 8, so she just heals a wound rather than D3. I'm going to try and generate a command point with the Loon Boss over there. So he's going to try. Doesn't on a 4-up. So with that, time for some hero phase proper. Alright, so Evocators are going to start by using Empower for +1 to wound. 6 goes off just. I'm going to try and stop that with Scrag Rot. So I'm going to get +1 to this roll. 7, 8, so that's stopped. They do not get +1 to wound. The Knight Incantor is going to use Mystic Shield on the Evocators. 6 goes off. I'm going to try and dispel that as well with the Shrewmancer this time. Nope. So they've got Mystic Shield on them. And the Knight Arcanum is going to use Arcane Bolt. It goes off on a 9. We'll try and stop it with Scrag Rot, so I need to equal you. So 9 will do it. An 11, 12, so that is stopped as well. So just got Mystic Shield off. So that's it for the hero phase. Time for some movement. Alright, so movement is all done. Sequitors have moved up, as has a lot of the stuff for the Stormcast. starting to come forward off their objective to try and push into Gloomspite Gitz lines. So let's go into some shooting. Alrighty, so the Celestar Ballista is going to shoot at the shooters. So 2d6 shots. 8, so ooh, we're on the right track. Incantor is going to give it +1 to hit for all out attacks. So 2s to hit. 3s to hit, sorry, rather, but still, same. And then 3s to wounds. It's going to kill 3 only. That was a bad roll, so it's not going to wipe them out, unfortunately. Alrighty, so charge phase. Who are we charging with first?
I'll go with these guys.
Yep, the Evocators first, so 2d6. Oh, that's a 12. They are in. Alrighty, so the Herald is going to charge as well. That's a 9, so he's going to get in as well. Sequitors are going to charge, so...
charging.
9. So last thing, he's going to try a charge with the Vindictors there, against those last little 2 grots. That's a 9, so they might actually make that. They do. That's half an inch. So, start of the combat phase. First of all, I'm going to use the second sign of Amul, which is one of my prophecies. For 3 prophecy points, reroll save rolls of 1 on the unit of stabbers. I'm then also going to spend a command point for the Loon Boss to use Stab 'em Good on the unit of stabbers as well, to give them mortal wounds on wound rolls of a 6. So Sequitors have empowered their weapons and they've piled in now. So we've got the Great Mace into the Shrewmancer here. So he's -1, so he needs 4s to hit. 6 gives you an extra hit though. And then 3s to wound. 2. And then the other 3, because this one here was attacking the Shrewmancer, but his attacks are wasted now. The other 3 into this, so you've got 5 attacks with the Great Mace. Needing 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So it's going to be 4 wounds on the Madcap, I think.
Yep.
And so that will be enough for the Madcap Shaman. Thankfully, his Moonface Moment worked at the start of the hero phase and targeted the Evocators. So they're -1, but still +1, so they're at their base save thanks to their Mystic Shield. My turn, we're going to go with the Stabbers. Alrighty, so against the Heralda, 16 attacks thanks to the Spore Splatter Fanatics behind him, giving them +1. 5s to hit. Just 3 hits. And for, what are we? We are 3s to wound, because +1 to wound. So that is 3 wounds on the Heralda for a 3-up save. Takes a wound. And here's wholly within 12 inch of an objective, so a 6-up ward. Fails it, so it takes a wound. And so 29 attacks into the Evocators ×2. So needing 5 to hit. And 3s to wound, 6s do mortals. So that is 5 mortal wounds. And 3s to wound. So you've got that many armor saves to make. At a 4-up. So there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's it. Only +1. And then them. 6-up wards. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 3 dead Evocators. Ouch. And so now he's going to get to roll 9 dice. 6s do mortal wounds. Back to me. Do a mortal wound and kill a grot with your explosion. Annihilator's going to pile in next. So 6 attacks. 3s to hit. And 3s to kill. Yeah, those 2 grots get smashed into the ground. So Bogey's going to pile in. There's no worry for him because nothing can get him. So he hits on a 4+. He misses. Alrighty, so he's just piled in his Vindictors. They made a charge move, so they get a pile in regardless of them. So he's just used the extra 3 inch to get them some extra movement. But now we've got just your activations left. So you've got your attacks with the 2 remaining Evocators. Yep, so Evocators attacking, we are 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So it is 4 saves required, -1, yeah?
Yep.
So these are going to be 6-up save, re-rolling 1s. So re-roll those 2 1s into nothing. So that is 1 or 2 damage each?
1 damage each.
1 damage each, so there's 4 dead. And then you've just got your Heralder left to go. Oh wait, first of all, you've got their mortal wound output. So mortal wounds on 4s, so 3 more die from that.
Why are you removing?
And so the Knight Heralder is going to attack next. He's got 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Wounding on
3s.
3s. Lovely.
And then just ran 1.
Ran 1. So these are once again 6-ups. And no rerolls there. Damage
2.
2. So that's going to be 6 dead grots. And so he's gone in the battle shock phase, used his last command point on the evocators. I've used a command point to keep the stabbers in the fight. So with that, it's time for Gloomspite Gitz turn 2. You're just going to score 3 victory points this turn because you do control it, but you've moved your heroes off so you can't spend any additional prophecy points on it. And so we're going to start off the Power of Death. 1 unit died last turn. So rolling a dice, that is a 2. Add 1 for 3. So 3, we're going to use 4 prophecy points to use Aurora Mortalis, which allows me to add 1 to the roll of the Power of Death table, putting it up to a 4, which is add 1 to casting rolls this phase. Alright, so start of the hero phase, we're going to go with our heroic actions. Skragrot's going to generate a command point for himself, which he does, so he's got the heroic leadership on him. So there we go. Whoop. We're taking it the right way. And then Skragrot will generate D3 command points on a 4+. He does not. Fungoid Cave Shaman on a 4+. Does. So I'm going to get 1 more command point, putting me back up to 3. So magic wise, we're going to start with Skragrot. He's going to cast Mork's Mighty Mushroom to start with. That goes off on a 13. You can't stop it. Alrighty, and so we can place Mork's Mighty Mushroom within 66. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 17 inch. And so there we have Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Skragrot is then going to cast Nick It next. Which goes off on a 7, 8, 9. So go for it. Try and dispel if you wish. 8 does not dispel. So we're going to pick the Night Questor, who Skragrot can totally see underneath. And so D3 mortal wounds to him for just 1. So you've got a 6-up ward because you are within range of the objective. Fails, so he takes another wound. Boggle is then going to cast Mesmerize. So that goes off on a 10, 11. You're going to need a Boxcast to stop him. So double 6 is needed. Ooh, almost, but no. So the Grots are immune to Battle Shock again. And the Fungoid Cave Shaman, he's just going to go with Mystic Shield on the unit of shooters over there. It goes off on an 8. And with that done, that's the... Oh, wait, no. And now we've got all our know-whats. So we'll go the Brugit on the Loon Boss on a 3+. Does the Spiker on the unit of Stabbers? Does not. And then the Scaremonger does. Not sure what the Scaremonger does at this point in time, but and then the +1 attack from the Spore Splatters onto the Stabbers. Last thing for the turn, we're going to use the Power of Death command ability, which is the Realm command ability. We roll a dice. 5, that's less than the amount of Stabbers that are dead, so they're going to add 1 to their attacks characteristics for the turn, so they're going to be at 3 attacks each this turn. Alright, so the start of my movement phase, Stormcast Turtles are going to use 2 prophecy points for Clawing Hands. This, he gets to pick 1 unit within 24 inch of the Interpreter, which he clearly is using the Ordinator there. Picking the unit of Stabbers, I'm going to be half movement, and I can't run this turn with the unit of Shooters. So, movement is all done. We've retreated the Boggle out. The Shooters have moved their 2 inches that they're allowed to. Run with the Fungoid Cave Shaman over here. Just shuffling about our heroes, making sure to keep Skragrot on the 3-inch mark of the objective so we can use some prophecy points for extra victory points. So now we're going to go into shooting. So start of the shooting phase, Mork's Mighty Mushroom goes off. Alrighty, so starting with Mork's Mighty Mushroom, the Celestial Ballista, 1 model on a 5-up, it takes a mortal wound. It doesn't. Then got 5 Liberators in that unit, so on a 5+, they take mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds on the Liberators, so that's just going to kill one and put a wound on another. And then the Incantor on a 5+, she takes a mortal wound. The Annihilators, 3 of them, 5-ups do mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound on the Annihilators. The 5 Vindictors, mortal wounds on 5s. Nothing on the Vindictors. We then got the 2 Evocators within 8, so 5-ups. 2 mortal wounds on the Evocators. However, they are within 12, so 6-ups. 2. No, so it's going to kill another Evocator. 5 Sequitors all in range just, so 5s, 2 mortal wounds on them, so 2 6-up wards on the Sequitors. Nothing. So one of the Sequitors will die. And then I have 1 Grot in range of my own. On a 5-up, he dies. He does not. And so 5 dice altogether from the Dying Stormcast. 6s do mortals. 1 more Grot dies from Exploding Stormcast. So we're going to spend 5 prophecy points. The Shaman is going to interpret Portent Afar for +1 to hit. So we are hitting on 4s to hit. And 5 to wound. 2 onto your Quester. 2 onto your Praetors, please. Saved 1. 6-up ward. No, take a wound. Scragrot is then going to use a command point for all-out attack. He's going to use the Bad Moon on a stick at the Incantor up there. So we are 2s to hit. Of course, we rolled double 1s. And then 3s to wounds. That is 4 wounds. You're completely in cover, so you get your base normal save on the Incantor, which is a 3-up.
On 4 dice?
4 dice, 3-ups. Take 1 wound. However, she is now afflicted and turning into a mushroom person, so she'll take a wound at the end of every battle round. And so there are no charges, so straight into combat we go. And well, she comes as no surprise. We're going to attack with Stabbers first. We're also going to spend a command point on them to give them mortal wounds on the 6s to wound from Stab 'em Good now from the Loon Boss. Alrighty, so we have 45 attacks into those Sequitors because 3 attacks each now on the Grots. So 5s to hit. And needing 3s to wounds, 6s to do mortals, so that is 2 mortals. And then some armor saves needed now. So 3-up saves on the Sequitors.
Didn't do 2.
Sorry, they had a 4-up save, so it was 3 fails rather than 2. And now 6-up wards. Failed 5, so they're going to lose 2 Sequitors. And so he's going to get to roll 4 dice though, so 6 to do mortals. 1 mortal explodes 1 Grot back. And now we've got the rest of the Grots into the units over here. So now we have 9 attacks into the, well, 9 Grots attacking into the Evocator rather. So there's going to be 27 attacks. 5s to hit. And 3s to wound, 6s to do mortals. That is 2 mortals. So you have 4 armor saves at a 4+ to start off with. And then you've got 4 6-up ward saves to make. You need to make 2 of these. You made none, so it's going to be 3 dice though. 6s that you explode. Got 1 there. So you kill a Grot, but your Evocator does die. And so now the last 12 of them fighting in, so that's 36 attacks with 3 attacks each. So we are 5s to hit. And 3s to wound, 6s do mortals, so that is 2 mortals. And then 4 armor saves at a 3-up. Failed 1, so 3 6-up wards on your Heralder. Pass 1, so it only takes 2, so there are the only 2 wounds he's taken so far. Alright, Sequitors are going next. We're just into all Stormcast units. I've got no units left to attack, so Stormcast, Sequitors, 3s to hit, yeah?
Yep. 2 hits.
Yep. And 3s to wound.
Yep.
-1, yes?
Yep.
So these are going to be 6 up saves. 1.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. So that's going to be 2 dead grots. And then your next unit.
There.
Annihilators next. All 3 of them going. So you've got 10 attacks between them all. And so they are needing 3s. And 3s. -1 on them, yeah?
Yep, so 2 attacks, -1.
Cool, so 6 ups. Nope.
Damage 2.
Damage 2, so that's another 2 dead grots. And then we'll have the Vindictors who may be able to pile in now. Right, so the Vindictors have piled in. They were within 3, and now thanks to their 2-inch reach, they can fight from the second rank. So
3s to hit.
3s to hit. And 3s to wound. That is 4 armor saves, -1. Yep. It's 4 6 ups. Oh, save 2 of them. So
2 damage.
2 damage. Yeah.
4.
And then you've got your Heralder left to go. So Heralder, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Red 1.
Red 1, so 6 ups. Save neither. Damage 2 on him, yeah?
Damage 4.
Yeah, 4 up. Alrighty, so Battle Shock. First of all, my grots are immune, so I don't have any to take. However, 3 Sequitors were killed this turn, so Bravery of Sequitor is
7.
7, so 1 dice. Let's see what happens. 3, 6, you're fine on the Sequitors. You lost 1 Liberator over there. Liberator's Bravery is?
Liberator, 7.
7. So it doesn't matter, you can't lose any models because you got +1 on that. So with that, I'm going to spend an extra 3 prophecy points at the end of my turn and get 6 victory points for the turn. Alrighty, so I did lose a unit in the previous turn, so on a 4+, I get a unit back at half strength. I do, so we're going to have 10 shooters coming out of the Loon Shrine. So 10 shooters come back, so time for priority for turn 3. Grot's got a 6. Stormcast got a 2. So Grots are going to take the turn. So prophecy points at the start of the turn, we both get 6. I get another 3. I've lost 2 of my wizards. Then we're going to get D6 more for 6 more. And Stormcast will get 3 more. And Stormcast will also generate an extra 2 rather than 3 now because the evocators are dead. Alright, so start of the hero phase, we're going to go with our heroic abilities. So we're going to try and generate a command point with Scragrot. So on a 4+, he does not get heroic leadership. Your turn for heroic actions. Going to try and heal the Knight Questor, so 2d6, rolling underneath his bravery. 6s, so heals d3 wounds on him for 3. So he heals up 3 wounds. And so start of the hero phase, Scragrot generates d3 command points on a 4+, which he does, so d3 extra for another command point, putting me up to 3. Oop. And then the Fungoid Cave Shaman will give me an extra 1 on a 4, which he does not. Got to move the Bad Moon as well, so we got a 6, so it's going to jump into the center of the battlefield now. 2 spots, because we rolled 1 last turn and it didn't move on at all. So 6, lovely. And so now let's go into some magic. Fungoid Cave Shaman's going to start. We're going to go Mystic Shield. He casts that on a 6, so you can try and dispel that if you want. So you need to roll a 7 to stop me getting that. You do, so no Mystic Shield. I'm then going to use my Deathcap Mushrooms, and then I'm going to interpret a sign as well with him. So this is going to be the sign of the Deathcap. This effectively allows him to keep being a double cast wizard for 2 points, so long as I keep paying it every turn. So 2 prophecy points. He's now a double cast. We're going to go for the Scuttle Tide now. 3, 4, doesn't cast. All that for nothing. Scragrot's turn. Scragra is going to cast Nick It at the Knight Incantor up there. So it goes off on a 7, 8, 9. So you're going to need a 10. 11, stop that. So Scragra's other spell, we're going to go with Arcane Bolt. That goes off on a 7. You can't stop that. You've got no more dispels left. And then we're going to go Mesmerize on the unit of Grots again. It goes off just on a 6 because +1 thanks to the moon. Got to do our Power of Death as well. Didn't do that. So 5, 6, 7. We've got Legacy of Nehek. And so I can pick a friendly unit that's had models removed. So we're going to pick the Grots here. D6 of them come back. For 2 Grots to come back. And in our command phase, we're going to use the Honor the Dead. So we roll a dice. 4. That's less than the amount of Grots that have been dead from that unit. So that unit's got +1 attack. They're going to get +1 attack thanks to the Spore Splatter Fanatics. We're then going to try the Spiker on them for 3+. It does finally. So they're going to have reroll hit rolls of 1. We'll then go with the Scaremonger on them. He doesn't work. And the Brugit on the Loon Boss, which goes off as well, giving the Loon Boss rerolls to wound. And so it's time for our movement phase. So let's get on with that. So movement phase, start of it, you're going to use your Prophecy again, the Clawing Hands. Yep. Picking my shooters again, I'm guessing.
Yep.
All right, so he's doing the Clawing Hands Prophecy on the shooters here again. So they are going to be half movement and cannot run. So a 2-inch move for them again. But we'll go into movement phase and we'll move everything and we'll come back after it's all done. All right, so movement's all done. Spore Splatter Fanatics and the Grots have moved out across this side. Loon Boss coming down. We're going to go do some fighting with him. And the Stabbers, once again, move their move their 2 inches up the board. Going into the start of the shooting phase, we're going to start with Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Alright, Mork's Mighty Mushrooms. There are 9 Grots in range, so 5 ups. I killed those 2 Grots that I got back. 2 Sequitors in range, so 5 ups. 1 mortal wound on the Sequitur, so you're going to get a 6-up save against this. Nope, so 1 Sequitur dies because you've got a wound on 1 already. So 3 Annihilators, 5 ups. That is 1 mortal wound on them, 6-up ward. Nope, so 1 more wound on the Annihilators. Then that is 5 wounds on the 5 rolls, on the Vindictors. So 2 mortals on them, so 2 6-ups. We'll take 1. So 1 wound on the Annihilators, 1 on the Vindictors. 1 roll for the Incantor. She takes a mortal wound. 4 onto the Liberators. They take nothing. And 1 onto the Ballista. Doesn't take anything. Yeah, Scragra is going to shoot his Bad Moon on a stick at the Heralder. So we're going to spend no, we won't. We'll keep it. 3s to hit. Well, glad we didn't because we rolled 4 1s. So that wouldn't change anything. 3s to wound. 2 wounds and -1 on your Heralder. So 4-up save. Passes both. Alrighty, so shooters, we're going to go into the Knight Arcanum there. So 5s to hit. No, 4s to hit because we're +2. And -1 thanks to your lookout, sir. So 4s to hit. Thanks to second sign of a maul. Using 5 of my prophecy points. And then we are going to go with needing, what are we needing on 5s to wound on these. 2 wounds on your Knight Arcanum, she's.
This one?
Yep, so she needs, first of all, she's got an armor save. Yep, 2 armor saves. Pass them both. And then I've got 10 shots here.
Put it back on 3.
And then 10 shots from these shooters into the Sequitur. Needing 5s. And 5s. 2 wounds on your Sequitur. So 4 ups. Save 1, takes a wound. 6-up ward though, because 12 inches of an objective. No, takes the wound. Alright, charges. We're going to go with the Spore Splatter Fanatics. They're going to charge. They got a 10, so they're in. And then our Loon Boss is going to charge as well. So 2d6 for him. 3. That's not going to see him in. So we'll spend a command point to reroll and get him in the fight. 5. That's going to get him in. Alright, so start of the combat phase. He's using Shield of Bones for 5 prophecy points. It means these Vindictors are going to be immune to Rend. I'm also going to use the command ability for Stab and Good, giving them mortal wounds out to the stabbers. They get mortal wounds when they get a wound roll of a 6. Spore Splatter Fanatics get to go first. So we've got 4 into the Vindictors. So there are going to be 4 D3 attacks into the Vindictors. For 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. And so we need 2s to hit.
Good roll. And
4s to wound. So that is just 3. 3 at -1, but you're ignoring that. So 3 up saves. Saved them all. Then just a 1 into the last remaining Sequitur with D3 attacks for 3. And 2s to hit. 4s to wound. 1 into the Sequitur, 5 up save. Saved it though. And so now I get to pick my first unit to fight, and we're going to go with the actually, we're going to go with the Loon Boss. So Loon Boss into the Annihilators. So we have 3 attacks here. We are 3s to hit. Just 1. 3s to wound, re-rolling, thanks to the Brugit. 1 at -1, so a 3 up save. Failed, so D3 damage. For 3, so 3 6 up wards. Failed them all. It's going to kill an Annihilator. So 3 dice now. 5 ups do a mortal wounds. 2 dead stabbers from that. Alrighty, so the 2 Annihilators are going to go into the Loon Boss. So I am -1 to hit naturally, so you're going to need 4s to hit me.
Do I have an extra attack?
Yep. And so 4s to hit.
Yep. And 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
2. Round 1.
Round 1. So these are going to be on 6s. Saved 1. Take 2. So it takes 2 wounds. Alright, so 19. 3 attacks each into the Annihilators. We are needing 4s to hit. 5s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. I'm sorry, it's re-roll 1s to wound thanks to the spiker. So 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s, 6s do mortals. And re-rolls. So it's going to be another 2 mortals, and then that one will miss, will not wound. So that many armor saves to start with. And so 2 up armor saves. It's going to be 3, so you're going to have 9 6 up ward saves required. So 9 6 up ward saves. Save 3, but that's still going to be 6. That's going to be enough to take your Annihilators down. Alrighty, so he's going to elect to use his once per game final Thunderstrike ability on the Annihilators. This means there'll be 4 ups to do their mortals instead of 5s, thanks to being Thunderstrike. And because they're in range, he's going to put them all on the Loon Boss. So 4 ups on the Loon Boss. 2. Ooh, how many wounds does he have? And so it doesn't quite kill the Loon Boss. So that puts him down to 4. But it's all your attacks now. So, alright, so using all our defense on the Heralder as well. So 5s. 3s, re-rolling 1s. 6s do mortals. That was 3, so. And so these are going to be on a 2 up save thanks to all our defense. So 1, so you've got 5 ward saves to make. He needs to pass 3 of these on the 6 up. He does not, he gets killed. Alrighty, so now Sequitur Prime going to go into the Loon Boss. So 3 attacks, 4s to hit because you are -1 trying to hit the Loon Boss. Missed with everything. So Vindictor's turn. Alright, so Vindictors have piled in. 1 into the Spore Splatter, so 2 attacks.
3s to hit.
And 3s to wound. Nothing. And then you've got 9 attacks into the Loon Boss there. Needing 4s to hit because -1. That's going to be 2 mortals. That's just going to be him dead.
Okay.
And that's that for combat. So the Stabbers actually didn't lose anyone. Spore Splatters didn't lose anyone. So I've got no Battle Shock to take. And you've got none either because the Sequiter didn't lose any models this round. And Vindictors haven't lost anyone either. So... oh wait, no. Sequiter lost 1 dude. But he can't fail a test on that. So it doesn't matter. I'm then going to spend 3 prophecy points to continue and get my 6 again. Alrighty, so start of the hero phase for the Stormcast Eternals, turn 3. Right, so first of all, heroic actions. So power of death before that though. 1 dice, add 3 because 3 units died. 5, 6, 7, 8. Soul Drain. So pick an enemy unit on the battlefield and then roll a dice for each model in it. Well, surprise, surprise, which unit we're picking. And so, 31 grots in the unit. Every 5+ is a mortal wound. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dead grots. Alright, so he's doing heroic healing for his heroic action. 2 dice. So 8, that equals her bravery. So she heals a wound, so she's not dying this turn. Alright, so he's going to try and dispel Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Needs a 7. Does, so Mork's Mighty Mushroom disappears. And then we've got 1 spell from your Arcanum up there as well. Alrighty, so he's spending his last 4 prophecy points to use Creeping Death. So he pretty much gets to do the same thing. However, he killed 8 of them, so there's less grots now. But every 6 up for a model in the unit suffers a mortal wound. Alright, so 23. Every 6 is a mortal wound. 1. It's not even worth me using Guardian's Truth, so we'll just take the wound. So, not Arcanum, she's going to use Arcane Bolt. Goes off on a 7, I'll try and dispel it. Stopped on an 8, so with that, that's your hero phase done. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. And so, movement is all done for the Stormcast Eternals. So, got everything moving here. Quest is just going back to stay on the objective. And so... let's go into some shooting. So the Celestar Ballista is shooting at the Stabbers there, 2d6. 6 shots.
Yep. Hitting on 4s.
Yep. And killing
on 3s.
Yep. Ren 2.
Ren 2.
So 2 don't. And so, that's it. So, charge time. Who's charging first?
I'll give those guys a go.
Yep, Liberator's going to charge first. 7. Ooh, that might get them in. Incantor's going to charge as well. 4. Ooh, that's going to be close. She's not going to... oh, yes, she will. She'll get there. So, Night Arcanum charging. 3. She's going to fail. Do you wish to reroll her? Yep, re-rolling the Arcanum. That's an 11. He rolled that 5 there in the middle. So we drop that down to 1, but she's got an 11-inch charge. Ordinator is going to charge. He needs a 10. Got 11, so he's going to get to where he wants, which was over here. And your Praetors to charge as well. Yep. 7. I think they may fail. Alrighty, so start of combat. We get to fight with the Spore Splatter. So into the Vindictors, 43. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks. And we are 2s to hit. And 4s to wound. That is 2. -1. So failed both of them. So that is going to be 2d3 damage on the Vindictors. For 3. So 6 up wards. Nope, so it's going to kill a Vindictor. 2 dice into the Spore Splatters. 1, so it's going to kill 1 Spore Splatter as well. And then 1 Spore Splatter into your Sequitur. 3 attacks. 2 hits. 4s to wounds. 1 wound. 1 armor save on your Sequitur. You saved it.
Down.
Alrighty, so Lord Ordinator, 5 attacks.
3s.
Yep.
And then.
And so roll one of those separate. So 3s to wound on these. One. And then roll your other one. Doesn't wound on that, so just one. One armor save. And don't save, so take 2 damage. So, drops into the Arcanum. We are needing 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Sorry, just 5s to hit. Re-roll 1s are wounds, not hits. And 3s to wound, because we're still just above 15. Re-roll that 1. So you have 3 armor saves to make on the Arcanum. 3 up. Failed 1. 6 up ward. Failed that. So she takes another wound. She is down to 2 remaining again. Then into the Vindictors. 5s. Just 4 hits. And reroll that 1. So 3 wounds on the Vindictors. 3 up saves. Failed 1. And a 6 up ward. Failed that. So it's another dead Vindictor. Sorry, not a dead Vindictor, just a wound on them, as I don't have any wounds on them at the moment. So, your turn to pick, and well, it's just your stuff left to fight. So, Sequitur with the Grand Maul, 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 1 extra hit because exploding hits.
And 3s to wound.
Yep, 3s to wound, so just 1.
Ran 1.
That just goes through, so it kills 2 because damage 2. 5 attacks from the Vindictors into the Spore Splatters.
3s to hit.
3s to hit. 6s do mortals, so 2 mortals, that just kills them. Okay. And then you've got 4 attacks into the Grots.
Yep, 3s to hit.
1 hit. 1 wound.
Round 1.
6 up. Saved. Alright, so 1 Heaven's Wrought weapon into the Grots. 2 attacks.
3s to hit.
Both hit.
4s to wound. 1 wound is round 1.
Saved it again.
Yep.
And then you've got 3 attacks from this because it's your prime.
Yep, ground weapon. 3s to hit.
3s to hit on the ground weapon.
3s to wound.
Round
1.
Round 1, so 3 6 up saves. Pass 1, but that's 2 damage each, yeah?
Yep.
So that's 4 dead Grots. Knight Arcanum next.
Yep, 3 attacks. 3s to hit. All hit. 4s to wound.
1.
Round 1.
So 6 up. Nope.
So D3.
Yep. 2
2
more. Then you've got your Knight Incantor. So she should have 3 attacks, I think.
Yep. 3s to hit. Yep. 3s to wound. A wound, and then round 1.
So 6s. Oh, wait. Actually, with her, no, I won't actually get a save at all because I've lost my bonus due to Blessed Model. So, have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I've still got it. Yeah, I still do get it by 1 model, but I lose 2. So now anything attacking will ignore. I don't get anything against the Rend 1 save attack. So your Praetors are the last unit to go. So all the Praetors are in. So 10 attacks.
3s to hit.
And 3s to wound. 3s to kill, actually, because I've got no save against this. So there's damage 2 apiece, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just going to wipe the Grots out. And so you are going to get your points. Do you have any spare prophecy points? No. So you're just going to score the 3 for the turn. I don't have any battle shock to take because I died. So you're going to get 3. Bring you up to full 6 there. And we're going to go into priority for the next turn. And so priority for the Stormcast Eternals. Go for it. Got a 2. Got a 4. Alright, so generating our prophecy points. So I've got 6 straight away, plus another 3, thanks to my 3 wizards. Stormcast have 6 for their Harbinger, plus playing in Realm of Death. And then we've also got 2 Stormcast wizards for another 2. Add d6 for the Grots for 1, and for Stormcast 4. And so Power of Death table, well, dice 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be Legacy of Nehek again. So we're going to bring back I don't have any units I can use that on, so I'm going to spend some prophecy points. So we're going to spend 4 points on the Aurora Mortalis prophecy, and this is going to give me soul drain, so I can pick one enemy unit. We'll pick the Vindictors over there. I'll roll 4 dice for them. Every 5+ is a mortal wound. So that is 1 mortal wound on the Vindictors. So you get a 6-up ward for this. And 1 6-up ward. Nope, so that's going to be a dead Vindictor. Heroic actions for the turn. We're going to go with Scragrot generating a command point. 1 doesn't. And for you, 2 dice, he's going to do heroic healing on the Incantor. 9, that is above her bravery, so she does not heal. And then we're going to see if the Bad Moon moves as well. 1, 1, 2, so it jumps down to this quadrant. We're also going to spend 2 more prophecy points for Sign of the Death Cap to keep it active. This keeps my Fungoid Cave Shaman as a double casting wizard. And let's start. So, Fungoid Cave Shaman, then +1 to cast. He's going to try it for Mork's Mighty Mushroom. 6, 7, 8, 7 to cast. You can try and stop that if you want. So, using the once per game ability on the Incantor, just to flat out deny that. So, the Fungoid Cave Shaman is then going to go with Arcane Bolt. Goes off on a 6. Try and dispel that if you want. He's going to let that go through. So, the Fungoid will have Arcane Bolt. Scragrot is then going to go Nick It to begin with. So 4, 5 fails to cast Nick It. So we'll then try the Scuttletide. Scuttletide goes off on an 8. Can try and dispel that. Need a 9. You do stop the Scuttletide. And so our little wizard there is going to use Mesmerize. That goes off on a 9. You've got no one to stop this one. So we're going to make your... we're going to make the Vindictors fight last. And with that, that's the end of the movement. Of the hero phase, so into the movement phase now. So he's going to spend 2 prophecy points for Clawing Hands, halving their movement and stopping them from running. It's not good because they're not going to be able to come on the objective that way. And so let's go into the rest of the movement phase and we'll come back. Alrighty, so movement is all done, protecting our shamans there. Time to go into some shooting. So we'll start with 10 shots here. They're going to go into your Knight Incantor. And so these are needing 5s. 4 hits. And 5s to wound. Nothing. Scragrot will go with the Bad Moon on a stick into your Incantor into the Incantor as well. 3s to hit, 5 hits. And 3s to wound. 3 armor saves at -1 on your Incantor. So she's got a 2-up save thanks to all out defense. So you need 5. Right, so 3 armor saves at -1. She failed 1, so she's got a 6-up ward. She dies, unfortunately. So shooter's going to shoot the Questor back there. So 4s to hit. And 5s to wound. 2 armor saves, 3 up on him. Takes 1, so he takes a wound, goes to 2. Charge phase, so we need a double 6 from those grots to take his home objective. A 12 will see me in. We're spending a command point on that. Boxcars. Oh, not enough. That'll be it for charges for me. I'm going to spend 3 prophecy points at the end of my turn to see me get another 6 points. And so, Loon Shrine, let's see if we can do it. No, we do not get our unit back. So, that's a lot of trouble for the grots. Alright, so, Stormcast. No. Oh, 1 unit died. So, you have got +1 to your Power of Death roll. 2, that goes to 3. So, you're going to get +1 to casting rolls this turn. For your Arcanum, your 1 wizard. Heroic actions. Scragrot's going to try and generate a command point. He does. Heroic healing on the Arcanum. That's below her bravery. She's got 8, so D3 heal for 2. So she goes down to 2 wounds taken. And then the Arcanum, she's going to try and cast Arcane Bolt. It goes off. I'm going to try and dispel. I do. So, yeah, because I'll get 7 plus 1 thanks to Scragrot. So, only just. With that, that's the end of the hero phase. So, we'll go into movement and we'll come back. So, movement's all done. So, that means it's time for some shooting. So, Cellstar Ballista, what's it shooting at? The unit?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
2d6.
2d6 shots for 6. And 4s to hit.
Yep.
3 hits and 3s to kill. 3 dead grots. And so, charges. What are we starting charging with?
Oh, 3-man group.
Yep, the Praetors. Cool. 4. That's going to get them in. Lord Ordinator next. He's in. The Sequitur, the one remaining Sequitur left. 7, that gets that in. And then the Vindictors. It's a 10, so they're in. The Arcanum charging. 7, she's in as well. And then lastly, your Liberators. 9, they're going to get in as well. Alrighty, so combat. Who are we going with first? So Sequitur's going to go first. He's putting all his attacks into the grots.
3 to hit.
Yep, 6s explode, so that becomes 4 hits. And 3s to wound. So -1, that's just going to kill. So that's going to be 8 dead grots, which kills out the rest of the unit. And so Fungoid Cave Shaman, we're going to attack next. He's got 3 attacks with his Moonsickle, 4s to hit, and 4s to wound. 1 at -1 on your Vindictors. That's a fail. And then 2 attacks, 4s, both miss. So just a wound. 6 up ward actually for your Vindictor because you're near an objective. No, take a wound on your Vindictors. So 3 Vindictors, they're going to attack back into the Fungoid Cave Shaman. So you are going to be -1 to hit me, I believe.
Is 1 a prime?
No, not -1 to hit me. So you've got your base attacks, 3s to hit. So 1 mortal and then 3 hits. So 3s to wound. 3 -1, yeah?
Yep.
So these are all 4 up wards. Fail 3, so I take 3 damage on him. Spiker going into the Praetor. So 1 attack, 4 to hit, misses. The Arcanum's going into the Boggle-Eye. So -1 to hit.
Yep.
2 hits that way, because you're 3s to hit normally.
Yep. And 4s to wound.
4s to wound. 1 D3 damage.
Yep.
So go for it. For 3, that's going to kill the Boggle-Eye because he's only got 3 wounds. And so Scragrot's going into the Praetors. 3s to hit with the moon on a stick. And 3s to wound. 1. So that's going to be 1 at -1. Fail, so just does 8 damage to them. Praetor is putting everything back into Scragrot.
3s to hit.
And 3s to wound.
Yep. 3.
-1, so 3 6-up saves. Save none.
2 damage.
So 6 wounds. 4 up wards on Scragrot. He is going to take 2 from that. Yep. So 5 attacks from the Ordinator into the Spiker.
3s to hit.
It's going to be, you can choose to do your mortal wounds this time, so it'll be 2 mortals on him. And then 3 attacks. 2, -1, so it's going to kill the Spiker. Scaremonger's got 4 attacks. He's going to go into your Knight Arcanum. Oh, all hit. 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1. So 4 ups. Saved both. And that's that. However, you're going to take my objective. You've got the objective back there. Then you're going to spend 6 points because you can do it on both objectives to take 12. That makes a tie game at the moment going into the last round. And so, priority for the next turn. Stormcast got a 5. Grot's got a 2. That's going to be game. Stormcast are just going to literally do what they kept doing that turn. They're going to take another lot of points. They're just going to use their prophecy to create 12. There's no way I can generate 12 with the Grots. Best I can do is clear them off, which is unlikely because I'm probably going to be completely dead. So, good game, man. That was a lot of fun. Victory to the Stormcast Eternals. Well, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you'd like to, you can come over and chat more with us here at Sinful Gaming and our fine little community over on Discord. You'll find a link to that Discord in the description of the video. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. And if you'd like to help support the channel via Patreon or YouTube members, you can do so by one of the links in the video's description once again. But a special shout out to all our patrons: Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, and Dynat226. And another special shout out to our YouTube members: Greenridge Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turo12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, and the Johnny84. And lastly, a definite special shout out first of all to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does all the background work for our Discord server, keeping everything there running smoothly, because I am completely computer illiterate. Thank you very much. But that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.